What is up, beauties and gentlemen of the internet? Gooey Games here, back with another video, and I know I have a bunch of videos down the line, but I have the Saints Row reboot trailer up here, and I thought I'd do a reaction to it because I love Saints Row. I've heard some mixed things about this, so I'm gonna do a little. I'm gonna click the like button, and we're gonna go into this with a positive mind. I hope it's not bad. Let's go. Going Wild West.
Yeah, got eyes on the buyer?
That Pierce?
Here he comes.
Eli. I think his name was Eli on the phone.
Nina, they're heading your way. They're here.
You should have eyes on the merchandise.
I sure do.
Kind of looks like Saints Row.
Was that a gunshot?
Yeah, they shot the dealer.
That is so unprofessional.
There's a lot of them. Can we do this?
We can't afford not to. Nina, you good?
Yeah, let's do it.
Great. Whenever you're ready, Kevin.
What are you guys thinking for dinner tonight?
Am I watching a Watch Dogs trailer?
Hey guys, what you got in the? Oh, stolen.
Is that like bootleg Ronin?
9 multi-rocket shoulder launchers. Nice. My buddies and I have been looking all over town for those. Have you been hoarding? See, we need them for our startup. It's a criminal empire kind of.
Man, can't you just fight? You just he's gone. There's our great female protagonist.
Dev, you should buckle up.
You walk out of that with like a little scratch on your eye.
Kevin! Hey! Asshole! Get the fuck away from my friends.
Another female protagonist. Marshall. How much you want to bet she's gay? How much you want to bet she's gay? I bet. What kind of logo is that? February 25th. Sign up today, saintsrow.com. Alright, thoughts. Is there anything else? I'm gonna search up Saints Row and see if there's anything else before I give my official thoughts. We have full presentation, Devs reveal every secret, and some other time. Alright, hold on, let's see what this full presentation is. See if there's anything else
The
in here.
all-new Google Pixel 5a with 5G, for just $15 per month, get you a brand new phone.
I gotta mute that. I don't really know what to do with that. Okay, well, I'm gonna hold off opinions at the moment before see what this full presentation is, see if there's anything else we can get from this. Alright, so we got a world premiere. Here we go. Alright, so this is the trailer. So we just went through the trailer. Let's see what else we got here. So let's watch this, guys. Let's see what they got to say. Alright, self-made Saints Row pre-order now. World premiere. Alright, let's see.
There you go, the next Saints Row, and joining me now is one of the stars of Saints Row, Bryce Charles. Bryce, welcome to Opening Night Live.
Thanks for having me.
This is an exciting announcement. We just want to know, what can you tell us about the new Saints Row? We see you there behind us, right? Your character. Yes.
Well, before I get into all that, I have to say I am just so excited to be here. And
Alright, for anyone who didn't know, I got a tweet because I follow Volition and Saints Row. Character creation will be in the game, supposedly. I didn't have any question about that because it's Saints Row. A Saints Row game without character customization is not Saints Row. So anyone who thought character customization wouldn't be in a Saints Row game, I think there's something wrong with you, but let's go.
I'm incredibly proud and honored to be a part of this game and to work with the Volition team. And speaking of Volition, and getting back to your question, I can tell you that Volition took a really fresh approach to Saints Row this time around.
Okay. Volition takes a fresh approach to Saints Row, evidently. But, again, you know what? I'm going to hold off opinions. Hold on.
It's evident by that awesome trailer that they went back to the drawing board and essentially created everything from scratch. We got new characters, new city, new gangs to take on, the whole deal. So I play the boss. That's the character.
I can now, never mind, I take back my statement. I could see why people thought character customization is in the game. Wait, she plays the boss, but is she a boss? Like, you, anyone who's played Saints Row, they went from, like, wasn't it, like, the player to the boss? It doesn't even matter. You had the boss, but there's, like, different voices. You can have a couple of different girl voices, a couple of different guy voices, and Nolan North. So, like, is she a boss, or is she, like, preset, like, you playing as a girl, but you can customize her? Like, is that, like...
That the player becomes, and the boss, along with their three friends, Nina, Kevin, and Eli, the whole group right there, they go on this wild ride to create their own criminal empire, to be self-made. That's their whole mantra, right? Basically, it's all about earning your own success.
You mentioned the city. We can see it behind us. Tell us a bit about this city. Where is it? What is it?
Well, Volition created this brand new, super vibrant, awesome fictional city called Santo Ileso. It's set in the American Southwest, and this city is just absolutely riddled with violence and crime, and you're thrown right in the thick of it, right off the bat, driving, shooting, fighting, you know, just hustling your way to the top, whichever way you choose. And it's really looking like Santo Ileso is the biggest and best Saints Row playground that they've ever created. It's really awesome.
You mentioned all the activity in the city. Obviously, we have to ask about gangs, rivals. What can you tell us about the action in the city?
Right. Well, we have three main gangs, and they already have a really strong hold over Santo Ileso. And one of them, Los Panteros, you actually saw in the trailer just then. And all of the gangs are incredibly dangerous, but that goes without saying, right? And they're really strong, and they're all really different from one another in interesting ways. They're all unique from one another. And the point is, which I think everyone can guess, you gotta fight them and defeat them all to reach your goals.
Well, we are excited to learn more about this game. I think I'm saying everything that everyone online is saying. It's like, but we want to see the game.
Yes.
Bryce, you got anything more for us?
Yes, I actually do. I've got another exclusive for y'all. You know, got to keep everybody hyped for this reboot. So I got a little taste of what the game actually looks like. So buckle up and get ready for another wild ride with Saints Row.
Amazing. Bryce Charles, thank you so much for joining us. Here it is, a little sneak preview of the gameplay.
Sneak preview? What do you mean? It's like 18 seconds. What?
This is where all our dreams come true.
Okay. Alright, so it's done. Thoughts? Well, I was about to go off, but the little gameplay that was shown, a little bit of it, I mean, that looks like Saints Row. That looks like Saints Row. This whole trailer that they set up does not look like Saints Row. It kind of looks like a Fortnite event within Agents of Mayhem. Now, if you don't know what Agents of Mayhem is, it's Overwatch trying to be an open world game that had a cool premise that failed miserably. But I don't know, man. You know, I'm trying to be open-minded with this whole reboot thing. Like, if you want to reboot the story, go ahead, right? You know, I feel like, you know what, we're in a new generation of consoles. You know, the old story, what else can you do with it? You pretty much made it impossible to continue it. So, you know, if a reboot is a reboot, then you know what, I'm fine with it. Make it good at least. But, and another thing is I don't know how to feel about this chick. I mean, she seems pretty, like, enthusiastic about the game, and I think that's good, because enthusiasm will go a long way in terms of, like, maybe the woman playing the character is enthusiastic about the character, and, you know, I don't know. I don't know. The Volition said character creation is coming back, but this woman said she's the boss, so I don't know. My thing is I just don't know how, like, truthfully, and I think what's going to really deter a lot of people here, or hardcore Saints Row fans, is not even, like, the old cast. Well, kind of the old cast. How can you have a Saints Row game without Johnny Gat? Like, sure, the boss is really the face of Saints Row, but if you really think about it, Johnny Gat is pretty much the face of Saints Row. And rebooting the entire series, and that's in my opinion. I would 100%, in my own opinion, believe that Johnny Gat is the face of Saints Row. So, when you go... This is basically like Saints Row the Third done right. Like, this is Saints Row the Third if they just, like, didn't screw it up. And Saints Row the Third wasn't a mess. Like, I love Saints Row the Third. Saints Row the Third is my favorite game. I mean, I love Saints Row 2, don't get me wrong, but Saints Row the Third, I grew up with Saints Row the Third, so... I grew up with the newer games. Of course, I went back and played the older games. I played through all of them. But Saints Row the Third, I just have a special spot in my heart because that was my first Saints Row game, so I'm biased towards it. But, I mean, I know what the old games were, I know what the new games were, and this kind of looks like a mix of both. It looks like it kind of has more that gang aspect with, like... But the difference between, I think, honestly, Saints Row 1 and Saints Row 2021 or 2022 is the fact that this game looks like they're just building... I'm just going to call them the Saints because, I mean, I'm assuming they're going to go by the Saints because this is Saints Row. But, so let's say they're going by the Saints. It looks like they're just building it up now. In Saints Row 1, everything was already pre-established. You were walking into a pre-established gang, which I believe his name was Julius, right? Ran by Julius, and, you know, you pretty much were inducted into it, right? So, this just looks like they're building it from the ground up. And I'm down for a reboot. I think that's probably what the series needs. But it's like, I'm not saying replace Johnny Gat, because you can't replace Gat, but you gotta have something to fill that void. It's like The Walking Dead, right? You go from The Walking Dead Season 1 to Season 2. The void of not having Lee is so prevalent, but they do a good job of throwing in Kenny and throwing in Luke is kind of like the fallback, right? I see no one in this trailer that would sit there and be like, you know what? I feel like that dude is the Johnny Gat of this game. No one in this trailer. And you know what? We've only seen 4 characters. There could be more. I mean, these probably are the 4 main characters, and there's probably going to be maybe like another main character that we just haven't seen yet, and maybe a bunch of side characters. That's pretty much how Saints Row is. But like, this just, I don't know. This doesn't look like Saints Row. I mean, like, the gameplay looks like Saints Row, but like I feel like they just like took Saints Row 2's environment and just splashed Saints Row the Third all over it. Like, this just looks like fourth wall breaking, comically relieved. Like, it doesn't look serious. And Saints Row was not necessarily serious, but you take Saints Row 2 and it was a lot more grounded, and that's why a lot of people enjoyed Saints Row 2 the most, because it's the most grounded story, and it could probably compete with GTA. It has a very compelling story with great characters. Saints Row the Third has great characters, but it doesn't have a very compelling story because it doesn't take itself seriously. This game looks like it's trying to fill shoes that it doesn't need to fill. I think what they should have honestly done is they should have done the ending from Gat Out of Hell where and it like the reboot happened, and because you reboot the series with the same characters, kind of like Modern Warfare 2019. And again, I'm not trying to be negative with this because who knows, maybe these characters are actually really good. I mean, we've only gotten a couple lines of dialogue essentially, and who knows, they could be good. And it's a CGI trailer, you know, these things, they are hit or miss, you know. They never represent the actual game. So in this case, I mean, I also don't know how to feel about the city. I mean, it's not like we've really seen much of the city, but I'm so used to goddamn Steelport and Stillwater. I don't know, going to a whole new, what was the name of the city? Like like Olisa? What the fuck kind of name is that? And like, I don't know, man. I feel like they're just complicating things. I feel like this game is either going to be a big dub or a big L. There's going to be no in between. I don't know. Like, I really don't know how they're going to really do this. Like, I mean, I saw no vehicle variety. I mean, I get it's just a CGI trailer, but I don't know, man. Like, I feel like we really needed gameplay here. I feel like people really needed gameplay here, and we only got, like, 10 seconds of gameplay. And we got an 18-second clip, but, like, 10 seconds of that was little gameplay bits. I really think we needed gameplay for this. I mean, if the game isn't ready to show off yet, then the game should not have been revealed yet. That's, in my opinion, if I was a game developer, I would not reveal a game if I couldn't show gameplay yet. And I don't know if that's, I mean, they kind of showed gameplay, but they didn't show like gameplay. They showed a trailer gameplay. And I really think that that's where this game is going to fail, because the marketing, I mean, Agents of Mayhem failed, honestly, not because the game was bad. I mean, it was riddled with bugs, but realistically, Agents of Mayhem failed because of the marketing and how they didn't really advertise their game, and when they did it in every wrong way possible. And this game comes out in February, that's only a couple months from now. I mean, like, they've played this game of being silent for the past 2 years. I mean, hasn't this game been known about for, like, the past 2 years? And they've been, like, throwing hints every so often, and then all of a sudden they just, like, dropped it. Like, I know a couple days ago, you know, they changed the little channel art on Twitter, their banner and whatnot, but I don't know, man. I want to be enthusiastic about this game as a Saints Row fan. But also, I don't know how to feel as a Saints Row fan. I feel like if I never played any of the other games, I feel like this game would look interesting to me. But another thing is I feel like I've seen this trailer before. I don't know who is making these game trailers, but every game trailer that I've seen throughout the year of 2021 has looked almost identical, man. I mean, the only game that doesn't actually look similar to me is Dying Light 2. And I'm really hyped for Dying Light 2. I don't have it pre-ordered yet because I don't have a Series X, and I don't want to pre-order the Xbox One version and get like a really shitty port. So I'm waiting on that. But I mean, this game looks like it's running on the Saints Row the Third remastered engine. It looked pretty similar. And if I'm not mistaken, I believe the Saints Row the Third remastered engine is literally just the Saints Row engine with plus like just better lighting, which I wouldn't mind. But Saints Row the Third and 4's engine and Gat Out of Hell's engine is so sloppy, unfinished, and it's just they focused on looks too much, and they didn't even really get it right. But like the physics don't make sense in Saints Row, and I don't know if that's like supposed to be the charm, but I hope this game has better physics. Another thing is I hope this game has a good online. For people who've never played Saints Row online or have never touched Saints Row, period, Saints Row thrives as a single-player game. If you go into online, you can only play with, I believe, 2 other people. I could be wrong on that. And you have to be close to each other or the game will pause. or if you pause the game, the other person's player will pause. I really hope they look more into the online. Like, I kind of hope they don't release this game with online and they work on it. Like, I feel... So, a lot of people complain about GTA Online now, how it's riddled with oppressors and all that stuff. All that stuff was in Saints Row before it got into GTA. Like, I don't know where this game is trying to go, because I saw some futuristic weapons, but everything looks old. Like, everything looks like Wild West. Like, this game clearly takes place in a western area. At least this part of... Because you can see a populated city in the back, but all we've seen thus far is just this western area. This wild western area. So, I don't know what time period this game takes place in. I saw that chick had a smartphone, a bezel-less smartphone in her hand, so I'm assuming we take place some point in the present or future, or near future. Like, I see these futuristic weapons. Like, I don't, like, there's not much to go off of. Like, we have, like, a 3-minute trailer, and I don't know anything about this game. Like, how does that happen? How do you have a 3-minute trailer, and I still don't know what to even think about this game? Like, look, I hope I'm not being harsh, because I really don't want to be harsh. I want this game to succeed. I want this game to succeed, and we get another Saints Row 2, we get a Saints Row 3, we get, like, I don't know what they're going to call these games. I don't understand why we can't just give it a subtitle, man. Just give it a subtitle, because now we got Modern Warfare 2019, man. Give it a subtitle. We got this. Give it a subtitle, because what are they going to do for the next game, right? Let's just say this game is a smash hit success. You got to make another one. What are you going to call it? Saints Row 2? Saints Row 2 Zinyak Returns? Like, and if this is just a reboot, right? Like, this is a reboot. Does it still take place in the same realm as the original Saints Row games? Like, I know when you think reboot, like, that doesn't, you know, like, why would it take place in the original, like, but, I mean, it's in a different city. I don't know, man. Like, there's just so many questions I have that won't be answered probably for a couple months, because I'm assuming what they're going to do is they're going to wait until about a month before this game comes out, and that's when they're going to start releasing information. Man. Alright, well, if you want to see me go into this more, I'll be glad. Let me know in the comment section. I have a couple of videos coming out. I have a couple explanation videos coming out. But I hope you guys enjoyed the video, and if you want to see more reaction videos, I guess, leave a comment down below, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Gooey out.
Popcorn's a Wiesel!
Clapping.